We are back on the Mana Symbol channel here in Modern, playing a little bit of a completely bonkers deck with Kiki-Jiki and Chord. This is Kiki Chord, or is it? No, this is not Kiki Chord. This is 4-color Kiki Podmom Cat combo dot deck. What are we talking? What? Yes. So we've got Kiki-Jiki, and we've got Chord of Calling, and we've got an Eldritch Evolution. Just one. Seems like the right number. You know, I'm sure that's all we need. And we have 3 different ways we can win the game in this deck. We've got the good old Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian Cat combo. We have Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker, and this can be used with Corridor Monitor to create an infinite number of 1/4s and attack our opponent to death with an adorable army of lamps, lanterns, etc. We can also do that with either Bounding Krasis or Breaching Hippocamp if we prefer. And then we have Prime Speaker Vannifar. So Prime Speaker Vannifar is essentially the card breeding, or no, pod, something pod. Evolution pod? Breeding pod? I never played with it. Now it's slipped my mind. Anyway, pod. So, Prime Speaker Vanafar has the same ability, Birthing Pod, thank you. Tap, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1, plus the sacrificed creature's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield directly, shuffle your library. Activate this ability only at any time you could cast a sorcery. So we have 8 1-drop creatures. None of these are Oath of Nissas. And the reason that that is the case is so that we can quickly get this Prime Speaker out and get it to activate. And when we do that, we sacrifice a 1-drop. Any of these 8, we get Corridor Monitor. Corridor Monitor untaps Prime Speaker. Corridor Monitor gets sacrificed, goes get Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier will untap Prime Speaker. If we don't have the Renegade Rallier, we can also get Bounding Krasis. Then we untap again. We sacrifice our 3-drop. Our 3-drop goes up and gets Breaching Hippocamp. Breaching Hippocamp untaps Prime Speaker, gets sacrificed, goes up and gets either Zealous Conscripts or Kiki-Jiki. Now, why would we want to get Zealous Conscripts? Well, we could get Zealous Conscripts to untap Prime Speaker, sacrifice the Zealous Conscripts, go up and get Woodland Bellower. Woodland Bellower jumps down the chain to 3 and puts in a 3-drop, either Bounding Krasis or Renegade Rallier. We go back up the chain to Omnath, or we can make our way back up to the Kiki-Jiki. And the idea of having that plan is, as far as I can tell, basically to be able to put a lot of power and toughness on the battlefield before you put the Kiki-Jiki in. Because if they only have, say, 1 piece of interaction, like a lightning bolt or something, and they're planning on blowing you out right at the end of your combo turn, instead of that happening, I mean, that will still happen, but you will have put a larger battlefield presence together. So depending on what the deck that it is that you're playing against, you may be able to win with a mid-range strategy, or use that pile of stuff that you've put into play to buy you time. So once again, once you have the Woodland Bellower, it gets you a 3-drop. The 3-drop can untap your Vannifar and sack up again and get you an Omnath, I guess. I thought there was another way to go up, which maybe there isn't, but maybe we'll find out as we're playing. We've got a sideboard full of stuff for the metagame, and I think I'm pretty happy to get going here. Interesting line is that you can play one of your 1-drop accelerators on 1. You can play Saheeli Rai on 2, and you can play Prime Speaker Vannifar on 3. You can use Saheeli to make a copy of the Prime Speaker Vannifar, sacrifice the original, keep the copy of Prime Speaker, which now has haste, and you can start your combo that way. So that is a pretty wild way that you can do that.
Meanwhile,
so it is possible to do this a whole bunch of different crazy ways. So we're hoping to dodge all the lava darts in the world. Seems unlikely. Last league I played with Enigmatic, the only loss was to Dido Guidotti here. Dido Guidotti. I don't know. Guidotti. Who was on the 5-color Bring to Light deck that I would definitely like to try reasonably soon. Yeah, I actually played against Crabvine in the Mana Traders event. Okay, let's top deck a land. Let's top deck a land. Who wants to top deck a land? You explain the Steamed Hams meme and why YouTube suggests so many different versions. So the Steamed Hams meme, I mean, Steamed Hams is a very famous scene from one of the most famous episodes of The Simpsons, which is 22 short stories about Springfield. Crap. It's a deck that's entirely full of removal and discard. Yeah. Land? Please? One time, dealer? I deserve this. So, I mean, Steamed Hams, and again, so first of all, it has the Steamed Hams bit has a certain resonance nowadays, I think, with like, I don't know, just the concept of misinformation or being ashamed of like some awkward social situation, or it's timeless, and yet I feel like there's, for whatever reason, it's just resonating right now. With a lot of over the last little while, and then of course, you know, we've got this crazy remix culture, so people, you know, take great pieces of art and so like I don't know if you've seen any of the variations of Garfield comics being memed over, but like the original one, or as far as I understand it, good lord, as far as I understand it, the original one is Garfield without Garfield, where someone just literally went in and scrubbed Garfield out of a bunch of Garfield comics, and that's a comic strip on the internet you can go read, and it's, you know, it has become something totally different than what it originally was. There's one where, and I was just reading about this the other day, I didn't know about this one. There's one where the last frame is always the same, and it's like a frame of a pipe or something. No, it's Garfield. It's Garfield smoking a pipe. Every single, thanks, Michael. Every single comic is has exactly the same ending of Garfield smoking a pipe. And then there's also one where the last frame of every single cartoon is Garfield being thrown out the window. And so they'll just take any normal Garfield comic, just replace the last frame with that. I was trying. I don't think that I did, but. And then once you watch one of those Steamed Hams thing, the YouTube algorithm will take over and just throw them all at you. Oh. Super. Apparently my opponent is entirely unable to draw threats, though. That is a 2/2. And they grab their Laris. Okay. So in order to play this Bounding Krasis, I need to make their Scourge into at least a 4/4, unfortunately. So it does not help me. Who's ready for death? We're gonna top deck the combo piece we need this turn, I'm sure. In any direction, I will assume. Oh great. Wait, they what? Discards Thoughtseize. Why did you discard Thoughtseize? Oh, okay. But why did you discard the thoughts? Why didn't you play the... Okay. I don't... I'm so disappointed in that game. That was... from both sides. Alrighty. I think we need paths. Maybe I want to keep the Wall of Blossoms, I guess. Hitch the chords because they're too hard to get to mana-wise, and I think it's going to be very difficult for me to keep creatures in play. Honestly, I just kept a risky hand in an unknown matchup, and we got punished for it, so let's see if we can do better than that. This is better than that. This is much, much better than that. So I wanted to make sure I had untapped white on turn 2, even if they kill my bird, which is probably not particularly relevant, but happier to have it than not. pretty sure I'm not playing Saheeli this turn. Perhaps this turn with a path up, or if they choose to remove my bird this turn, I'll path the Swift Spear, I think. Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, okay. Nope, I did screw up. I was wondering if I would screw up my mana, and I did. Alright, so we needed red or blue for Saheeli to keep the bird up. Although I guess I don't really want to keep the bird up, so that's fine. Don't need that. I suppose if they have Bolt, plus they swing both the Swift Spears at my Saheeli, Saheeli will go down. Well, that's unfortunate. But there's nothing I can do about it. Angrath's Rampage. That was unexpected. I mean, they saw the Saheeli last game, so maybe it shouldn't have been. But what is the command? Is it Scrub? There we go. No, that's not the command. I think it used to be the command, but I think Roy changed it. It used to be like, why are you playing that? Scrub. The Scrub command. Okay. Yeah, I'm just dead here. It's too much. Way too much out of them. That seems like a nightmare matchup, and we're not playing any Veil of Summers in our 75. Seems a little suspect, but alright. How's Modern? It's alright. Why, what's up? Tron and Titan are back, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but specifically Amulet Titan. Yeah, Living End did top 8 the challenge. The Saturday challenge had like a lot of burn near the top. There's a 5-color Bring to Light Scape Shift Valky deck that I want to play. So I'm not exactly sure. Okay. Opponent mulligans, I will mulligan. I guess we'll keep this one and pray that this time I do draw a land. We are on the draw. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't care about it being, like, right or not. I just liked it when it was, you shouldn't be playing that. Because I feel like that's the most scrub statement of all. Yay, I love playing against Monastery Swiftspears. God damn it. Ah! Why? Why did I choose to play Mana Dorks in this world? Apparently my opponent really has to hit the head. Let's go look at these challenge results while they're away. So Schwen was saying we had top 8 with, yeah, that'd be that one, I guess. Yeah, there's Living End. This is Cascade Living End, which I do not care for, but I mean it is what it is. Yeah, so this is Obosh Red, so we had Blue-White Control, Heliod Company, then Burn, a mono-red mid-range deck, Burn, Is it Prowess, Super Linear, Living End, and Mill. And then here, the Scapeshift deck in 9th, this is the deck that I'm somewhat interested in. Again, I would like it a million times more if it omitted the one copy of Scapeshift, but I agree that you have to. Force a Negation. The blue-white control deck literally looks like the blue-white deck you played at GP Toronto. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, that's where we're back to in terms of like the power level of the format after the last bannings. Like for a lot of decks, we're kind of back to that GP. Or what was the 2018 one where there was like a lot of people playing Dredge, I remember. It was the finals was Burn and Bogles. Four color Shadow in 11th. Abzan Yawgmoth combo. Oh yeah, Oops All Spells is here. I think there's a Belcher here. Somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. There's Esper Control in 32nd, by the way. Giftstorm, Hammer Time, Bogles, Red, Humans, Burn, Humans, Tron, Scapeshift. So here's the 5-color Scapeshift deck. So in this challenge, it's like the only non-aggressive, non-linear decks are 5-color Scapeshift and Blue-White Control. And it's one copy of Blue-White Control. Literally won the whole thing, and then nobody else is playing it. No one. The mid-range deck is Eldrazi Tron. And then the Sunday challenge. Double Heliod Company. John Death Shadow. John Death Shadow. Okay, yeah. With Scourge of the Skyclaves. Blue-Red Prowess. Is this mid-range or is this Belcher? Oh, this is, yeah. Red-green Titan Shift. 5th place in a challenge, people. Not only did it make a deck dump, 5th place in a challenge with red-green Scape Shift. I don't want to live anymore. It's so, like, dude, Dryad of the Elysian Grove is the only newish card in this list. I bet you this person had the most relaxing day. Catcher at Triome. Pog. Yeah, you're right, dog. You're right. Hashtag Best Mountain 2021. Sideboard looks exactly the same too. I mean, they're playing 2 Veil of Summers, but yeah. All right, opponent's back. Let's go. Yeah. But, like, you can imagine that if Mox Opal were legal right now, there would be Lantern Prison, there would be Susurrus Prison, there would be Affinity in these challenges. I don't know if they'd be winning, but they'd certainly be playing them. Hardened Scales, which has managed to survive even without Mox Opal. If you go to blocks... Why wouldn't you play... Whatever. Oh, they were thinking I might block them. Are you, like, what? What world... What planet are you from, opponent? Where I would block with my Birds of Paradise. Maybe... No, I can't even construct it. It's all good. Tried the red-white Naya Sunforger list. Boy, did I ever. There's a league that's a 4-1 on my YouTube, but the first time I ever played it, Odin's. It's listed as I can't believe it's not hammer time. Yep. Oh my god. 2 mana, 3/3 flying prowess. Excellent. Yeah, that deck is really fun, Odin's. I appreciated that deck a lot. Can fetch shock to play Renegade Rallier. I guess I get to rebuy my wall, so it's not all bad. My mana situation is not great. Do I have a Hallowed Fountain? I can't fetch a Hallowed Fountain with my Wooded Foothills, so never mind. I think there is one. Maybe not. No, there's not. There's a Raugrin Triome, but I can't get that right now. I think I just need Temple Garden. Of course there's fast lands in this deck. Why wouldn't there be fast lands in my fast combo deck that it's very fast? Jesus. Okay, their Swift Spear is big enough to kill my Wall of Blossoms for the second turn in a row without using a burn spell. Excellent. Love this. Can't get a second white. Okay, let's go game 2. Definitely want the Omnath here. Okay, I have no idea how I'm sideboarding for this, but I'm going to try the Deafening Silences and some Path to Exiles. I think that might work. But yeah, when overall my feeling of Modern versus my feeling of Legacy is I am not excited about the Modern format as I've been experiencing it recently. I have been lucky enough to find a deck I really enjoy playing. But the Modern format since the bans is like... It's just nothing that I am excited about. It just seems like the only thing worth doing is like very aggressive decks or super, super linear decks. There's very little diversity in the control strategies. Jund them out. Jund has not been doing particularly well. Not that I was ever a particularly big fan of Jund. I'm a big fan of Jund as a concept. I'm interested in the 4-color Scapeshift deck. I haven't played it yet. I would be way happier if it wasn't playing Scapeshift, but... That's me being as picky as I always am. Hey, how's it going, Janice? I hope you are doing just the gosh darn best. Alright, opponent, here's what you're going to do. You're going to play Manamorphose, you're going to play Stormwing Entity, and you are not going to have a gut shot in your hand, right? I fully consent to you playing Manamorphose and Stormwing Entity and not having a gut shot in your hand. These are all acceptable parts of the deal. This is what I would like to see from you. Do not fail me. Hell, play a Sprite Dragon. I don't care. That's not part of the deal, Blackheart. That wasn't part! Okay, they're gonna find Bolt or something to remove my Saheeli. And I'm gonna be upset! What is taking you, opponent? Goes to combat. Sure. My opponent is struck with indecision. Wild Slash. Okay, so now my Saheeli's at 1, so she can't minus. So I'm about to shuffle. Alright, let's bottom that. I'm bad. I'm bad. I know it. I know. That was a Wild Slash in Modern. I don't know. The only ways in which I know damage prevention is a problem for any deck is on creatures with protection, which Wild Slash, if you have Ferocious and they've already blocked you, I guess it's good enough, but that's pretty specific. Like, I guess it's pretty easy with Stormwing Entity in play, so maybe, but like, I don't know. That seems really, really suspect as a main deck card. It's so bad on rate, right? Listen, opponent, I'm not blocking. I don't know why you keep asking me. I'm not blocking. It's a stipulation deck. 5-0 with 4 Wild Slashes in your deck in Modern. Only monks and bald guys tribal. Maybe it's to try to get the Pioneer burn players to stop whining. Then they don't get Lightning Bolt. They got Wizard's Lightning. Why isn't that good enough for them? Yes, and... you gotta have the other removal spell. Wild Slash is ruining your life. They didn't have the other removal spell. Did I just win? Okay. Wild. Did OP punt? We actually will never be able to tell. It's not like I can go look at their hand. This is Powerhouse. And this is the version from The Simpsons where Homer works at the bowling alley. Are you ready for it, Alex? Are you ready? You guys all ready for the Bounding Krasis? Sorry, the Breaching Hippocamp? I can save target this, right? I can. They're going into mass production, opponent. I assume they won't make the same mistake with Prime Speaker that they did in that game. I suppose I will need Spellskite. But Deafening Silence will put a damper in their plans if I can actually get one down. Too many monitors, not enough corridors. That's kind of great. I appreciate you, the one and only Michael Chan. You are a great human. Yeah, Powerhouse is the name of that song, Janice. It wasn't an actual original song. Why isn't there Skate main deck? So the way this deck was set up with the main deck with an Eidolon of Rhetoric in it makes me think it's possible this was in the 5-0 dump as a result of the Valky Cascade deck. And so it's possible that many of the things that made this deck 5-0 are not relevant in this meta. And certainly not in Lava Bolt or Lava Dart / Lightning Bolt meta that we're currently all experiencing. That said, turn 1 Deafening Silence. A+, baby. If they Roy me, I'm going to be more than a little pissed. Good. Good. You hope they Roy me? No, because if they Royed me, what they would do, you know what they would do. They'd play Light Up the Stage. No, Light Up the Stage would be an absolutely perfect sequence for post-combat land Light Up the Stage. It happens to be all the time against these decks. This is actually the first opponent in a while that hasn't had turn 1 1-drop, turn 2 Manamorphose Stormwing, turn 3 Light Up the Stage in every game that I play against them. That has happened to me a lot recently. A lot. All right. So we're going to be able to play Night of Autumn here and have up Path to Exile. Seems all right. Yeah, it might be. I mean, I can't imagine. Were you intending for me to make a 4/3 Knight? Because I just don't think that has a lot of promise against their board with Soulstar Mage. In any way. Also, I can't cast this Kiki-Jiki yet. Okay, so we're going to path the Soulscar Mage. Not a huge fan of it, but, like, gotta do what you gotta do. Giving them more mana with the Deafening Silence in play is not the worst thing in the world. I do love Renegade Rallier. Gosh darn it, this card is great. I had no idea how much I was going to enjoy playing with that card. A Brade. Sure. One of the few good green-white cards. Yeah. Well, it's a multi-purpose 2-for-1. Like that's what draw a card on a good effect is. Putting the words draw a card on any effect that is like reasonable is like, oh look, this multi-purpose 2-for-1. The other half of it is anything. It could even be a boat. And by boat I mean Sky Sovereign. Okay, Corridor Monitor? Okay. That was almost a really good draw. Now, Omnath, you've got to do something for me here, buddy. You got to draw a fetch land. All right? Can you work with me on this? Is that okay? Apparently not. Okay. Omnath, the Locus of creation. On the plus side, it's like mildly difficult for them to remove an Omnath with only one spell. So I suppose the play here is just make sure that I don't block with the Omnath. I have 2 different Birds of Paradise that could take the hit instead. Flame Slash incoming. No, there will not be a Flame Slash. Could be like double. Oh, it could have been double Sprite Dragon. That would have been reasonably terrifying. They're just not attacking, unless they don't. Yeah, unless they forgot. Well, that was fantastic. The only problem is I can't Kiki-Jiki my Omnath, and I'm not drawing lands. You think they just forgot? No, I'm sure they just wanted to draw the card off the Manamorphose. Like, it's more dead in their hand otherwise. I guess if they weren't planning to spend... if they could have held up 2 mana, they should have cast the Manamorphose on my turn. But, you know. Alright, well, we're still alive, so let's just stay that way, I guess. Attack for 2. I have a million blockers and they can only play 1 non-creature spell per turn. If they have a Kozilek's return, they're gonna smash my board anyway, so opponent says, man, that Deafening Silence though. Yeah, I understand that they might, but at the same time, Roy, if their hand is really bad, then they can't afford to. And they need to, like, what that Manamorphose told me is the rest of their hand cannot kill my Omnath, period. Now they're trying to cast Stormwing Entity, and Stormwing Entity costs blue. No? This is Bedlam Reveler? Yeah. They fetched a mountain instead of steamy vents. Yeah, opponent says, ah, shit. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, yeah, that'll stop me from comboing, depending on which combo I've drawn. Exiles my Knight of Autumn. Fair. Fair. I have 9 mana. Which Doesn't do anything for me right now, but I can actually play Prime Speaker and Kiki-Jiki in a single turn, which is insane. But if they haven't been able to kill my Omnath, I wonder if they will be able to kill my Prime Speaker. And she definitely distracts from them trying to kill the Omnath, so... Alright. Are they drawing a card? Aether Gust. Okay. Fair enough. Top is fine. Just do it again next turn, opponent. Just do it again next turn. You don't scare me. I mean, you do a little bit. With all those muscles. Opponent says, I can't believe I fetched wrong. It happens. Happens to all of us. It really does. Is there a reason we're not attacking for 2 a turn in the air? I did last turn, and I forgot this turn because I drew the Prime Speaker, and all of a sudden it seemed less relevant to me. It's not that it's irrelevant, it's just like... I don't know. I think it's because I was considering attacking with Omnath for 6, which obviously opens me up to their retaliation, which is better than my attack. Well, now they don't have blue mana. I don't know this thing. Alrighty then. Yeah, no, I mean, I should be attacking for 2 a turn. It's one of those things of like, I literally said, I was about to say the words it's not going to matter, but it really could, especially with the Omnath in play, that at some point might start attacking for 6. And like, the punish for this could be if they go Sprite Dragon at some point. But if they haven't played 1 so far, okay. So... the punish for this is unreasonable. I think I agree with that. Can we talk about my amazing inability to draw lands? We should be at 11 or 15 by now. I guess I topped a Vannifar after I drew it, so it's not that surprising. And we were only playing a 22 land deck, but it's like, this is one of those situations with Omnath where I'm like, buddy, help me out here. Bruh. Oh, okay. I guess we could do it all. This gives me a backup plan in case they do something about my Vannifar. So first things first, let's float a mana. I think I'm happier to have the birds because they have the Stormwing. I'm not going to start playing Powerhouse until it's kind of assured that I'm comboing here. Yeah, I think they're gonna try to kill something along the chain, but like we could pull out of that. I mean, already I currently have the kill right here. Oh, they have Soul Guide to fizzle the monitor. Okay, I can grab. You get Bounding Krasis here? Yeah, that's exactly what we do. This way we don't have to go into the graveyard. Yeah. How's the Soul Guide fizzle the combo? Well, the way I did it last turn was with Renegade Rallier pulling the Corridor Monitor out of my graveyard. Now if you're Bolt on the Krasis. Why? I'm gonna get Kitty. I'm gonna play Saheeli. Because I can play Kiki and Saheeli this turn, right? I should have floated a mana before I did this, I guess. Because the Prime Speaker is going to end up with Summoning Sickness. Flicker Omnath. Oh yeah, you're right. Doi. And that could be good for the next turn. So we'll just play Kiki first, and if that doesn't work, we've got Saheeli. I need red blue 1. I got red blue 1 right here. Kiki-Jiki. Infinite Cats. Lightning Bolt. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? Wait, don't I get them in a whole bunch of ways here? No, the Prime Speaker doesn't have Prime Speaker doesn't have haste. But we're fine. Just get the Flicker Omnath again. Could I draw the land now, please? Okay, whatever. Red, blue 1. Whee! Now we did it. Always yes. Always yield. We did it! Yeah! Mike with the quality response. Oh no, they killed my Kiki. Anyway, kill ya. Hey, Lamau. What do we name this deck? Oops all pods? Oops all combos? I can't believe it's not Birthing Pod. Turbo something? Turbo Cat? Goblin combo? Alright, what are the chances A Miracle is playing Control? High? Very high? I can't believe it's not Birthing Pod. Snide Pod Challenge. I can't believe it's not Birthing Pod because that's very much in my brand. But Snide Pod Challenge is hysterical. Is it Dredge? Okay, Dredge we should be able to beat. I say should. We're set up for turn 4 combo kill, so... And we have a backup on turn 5? We should be okay, unless their draw is absolutely insane. No conflict rate for a billion. Well, they have to be fairly proactive on it. I mean, we'll see. Well, they already hit Stinkweed on the Shriekarn. That's tough. There's an Ox in there, but they don't have enough cards to escape. Oh, they're playing Silver Smoke Ghoul. Wild. Opponent is Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's see if they have the Cathartic. Nope. Okay, this is a very, very good sign. Right, but everything in your power is not a lot when you're playing Dredge. It's like saying like, oh, I was playing Burn and they played the thing that's gonna, they played their Omnath and I did everything in my power to counter it. It's like, okay. It's okay. It's an interesting way to phrase that. So I'm pretty sure we just play the cat this turn. I made draw steps. It was the least I could do. I mean, it was also the most I could do, but you know. Kitty. Meow. Slide my bird. I want an untapped burb. Could a Zealous their Shriekhorn? I mean, you're not wrong. They flip the conflag. And they have 6 cards in hand. They'll have to spend their turn killing my board, I guess. No prized amalgams. So they're gonna have, yeah, 5 cards in hand, so they can kill Felidar plus a bird. Third Creeping Chill. Okay, yeah, this is fun. I'm enjoying this game of Magic the Gathering. They continue to mill themselves. Narcomoeba. Oh, great. He's like my opponent's 4 of a kind. It's pretty sweet, huh? They have 5 cards in hand, and they have a Conflagrate in their graveyard. No thanks. No thanks. I don't feel like dying right now. So they're gonna conflag my board. Unless they play Ox. If they play Ox, that's very silly of them. What? Oh, I was at 5. Right. Never mind. Didn't matter. Yay! Nothing mattered. I don't know where I did my math wrong. Okay. When did we die? Was that turn... That was turn 3? They killed me on turn 3. Just died on turn 3. Awesome. I have next to no sideboard for this matchup. It must be a good one. That was turn 3. And do you know how much damage they attacked for in total? 1. Teeg turns off conflag. I suppose he does. I'm not sure that I want to play him. No, that should have been in caps, Pogo Shark. You were right to cap it. You capped your statement like I just got capped. Alright. I don't have to play the Teeg early if I don't want to, so I guess that helps. I don't think they'll have any good sideboard hate for us, but I guess we'll find out. Probably Pithing Needles, but what they don't know, and never will, is that I have a million ways to combo. I mean, yeah, Creeping Chill is a super obnoxious card, but I don't think it'll ever be ban worthy. But it is. It's free real estate, you know, so. A million ways to combo in Modern. There are a million ways to combo in Modern because there's no force of will to keep it in check. People out here just running around, comboing each other like animals. Thoughtseize? This looks like Thoughtseize. I don't know why. Yeah, it looks like Haggle now. As soon as they pass the turn, it's like, yeah, that's going to be a Haggle. So if I play Teeg, I can evolution the Teeg into a Vannifar. There's no particular reason not to. Hey, thanks for the follow, Lana Bear X. The Xiest of Lana Bears. If you're looking for the finest in new and used Lana Bears, Lana Bar X. Off your 4th exit and Dawn Maple Drive. Hey, look, a Haggle. Wow. Yep. Creeping Chill and a Life from the Loam and a Prized Amalgam. What deck is this? This is all the combos all at once. I think the name I'm gonna go with is I Can't Believe It's Not Birthing Pod. But it's so much more than just Vannifar. They brought in Nature's Claim, so they think I have things like Rest in Peace. Oh, opponent. You are misguided. I have no hatred for you. Skite? I don't think they brought in Nature's Claim for Spellskite. I think they brought in Nature's Claim for Rest in Peace against my Saheeli Cat combo that doesn't play in the graveyard. They don't know that I do in fact have cards that want to play in the graveyard, but I think there's approximately I don't know. I can make up a number. Whatever. I don't think they did that. I think that's insane. I think that would be very silly. I don't think any Dredge player ever has been like, I think they're gonna have Spellskite. Yeah. Like, if a Dredge player ever does think that, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about the Dredge player who's like, well, I always sideboard in this card because I've been got by the Spellskite one too many times. Can we win now? I don't think so. So I can evolution. I think we can actually. Yeah. As soon as you said it. I have to tap the right mana for the right things, but I think you're actually right. Wow, what a potential line. So if I go 1, 2, 3, sorry, I want to leave this, and I want to leave one of these for blue. So we go let's say 1, 2, 3. We leave Stomping Ground's Noble. We flick the Forest with the Cat. Forest comes back. Oh, I could just leave both of these. What am I doing? So we just go. I'm not casting it yet. I'm just checking the. Go Evolution. Flick the Forest. Play Saheeli. Go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I got it. Neat. Well done, sir. And Eldritch Evolution is one of those cards where, like, when I looked at this deck, I'm like, why are we playing chords? They seem really expensive in this deck that's going to have a hard time doing that. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. It's time to go to work, people. All right. I think I'm pretty happy with my sideboarding. Just need to draw it up like that. Or in other words, boom, baby. Yeah. Freaking Titan Shift. That's the craziest thing. And the previous champion of Urza decks, Arceus Dodo, played Jund in the Sunday Challenge. Made 17th. That's not bad. Same Scape Shift player that went 9th place went 16th on the Saturday to Sunday. Definitely interested in this deck. Especially the one Valky build, the one Scape Shift build. I like all those things. His hand is really slow. It's going to be turn 4 kill at the fastest. Opponent kept their 7. Yikes. This is better. Turn 4 kill, but could end up being better. I got double Grove. Oh, we've got the turn 3 now. Okay. So this is a line we talked about on the episode of the podcast that I just did the other day with Mordekaiser. So this deck has a very cool, unintuitive kill line of Saheeli into Prime Speaker, which I did talk about in the deck explanation that I did at the top of this video. But if you play Saheeli on 2 and Prime Speaker on 3, as long as you have your mana dork in play from turn 1, you can go off, which is cool. It's not something I think a lot of people are going to see coming, but Saheeli into Prime Speaker or Saheeli into Cat both works. They got Loam and Stinkweed, and they dredged a Thug, so that's 12 at least. Double Narcomoeba, no Creeping Chills, no Prized Amalgams. Wow, that was a really, really poor flip from them. I'll take it. They milled 1 Lightning Axe, but they are playing Lightning Axe. They still have a 7-card hand, so if they keep up a single red mana, we have to be a little bit careful if I get a combo. Lightning Axe is one of the removal spells in the format that does a good job dealing with Vannifar. No, that's what I was about to talk about, Mike. So I don't actually have to try to win the game. So the way that we could win the game this turn is go Prime Speaker, copy the Speaker with Saheeli, and then try to go off. The problem with that line is if they Lightning Axe my Vannifar in response to my Saheeli downtick, I lose my Vannifar and my Saheeli. Which is obviously not great. So I think I just play the Prime Speaker and then tick up my Saheeli. The 2 Narcomoobas are actually really frustrating, though, because they're keeping my Saheeli's loyalty lower than I would like. But whatever. So I expect to see Lightning Axe here. Yeah, maybe they didn't have it. Maybe I should have just jammed. I know that's what Jiggy Wiggy would have done. Lost to the total devastation. That was our turn 3. We could have had it. Oh, hell. I mean, I can still go off once the Prime Speaker is no longer summoning 6. So they're essentially in the same spot they were before. All they have to do is leave up 1 mana, and I have to play around it. Corridor Monitor out of the hand means I get to start the chain on birds, though. Or not on the birds. I don't have to sack my Mana Dork, which is not the worst. I guess I could start on the Krasis. And then get a cat and flicker Saheeli to reset my Saheeli. And it's possible... Alright, we'll see. We'll see. What I can do is start going off by sacking my bird with Prime Speaker. And then if they kill my creature, we could get the Krasis into play, untap the Speaker, and just start going again. Problem is if they kill the Prime Speaker, but I think they will do that if they get the... Oh. Oh, it's all over. Got it. Sick. Wonderful. Nice. All right. And here I was being worried. My deck just told me to cut the crap. If we had time, if I want to be sadistic, I would run a prediction with you guys over which way I should kill them, but I'm just going to catcom with them. Am I? No, Kiki's more fun, right? Kiki's more dangerous clicks? No, I found I found the Kiki combo was way less likely to fail because I'm not having to slide permanents in and out of play. Once I get the 2 permanents in play, it just functions. We actually have redundant combo here because if they were to, like, I don't know, surgical my corridor monitor there, we could respond by playing the Krasis. Well, we don't have to respond by playing the Krasis, but... Alright, opponent has GG'd me. They've seen enough. Alright, so we're at 2-1. Deafening Silence puts the hurt on blue-red, and in a miserable time against, is it straight burn? No, it was black-red Scourge Shadow. But no, I think Mike the Kiki's the easier combo because I can just set up all the stops. Because I have a 1-up on Jiggy Wiggy. I may have less 5-0s with Underworld Breach, but I've never exiled my Thassa's Oracle. Angled Loofah. Yikes. That is quite the product. That is not a keep. That is a keep. Send the Hippocamp to the bottom, and let's rock and rumble. Opponent also mulled to 6. Angled Loofah would make a good band name. Yeah. Yeah, it would. What's up, Thrash Captain? Mealy mealy wow. Thrash. Blooming Marsh. This is the second time in as many days that I've seen freaking Blooming Marsh in Modern. I don't know what to make of it. What an incredibly reasonable band. So we could be playing 4-color Soul Rider. Doing alright, doing alright. Just playing a little of this absolutely cuckoo bananas combo deck. Alright, we're getting there. You gonna guess rock? I think that's what it was last time I played against them. Ooh. Inventors is fair. It's Lantern. This is Lantern. Or some kind of prison deck. I'm calling it now. This is some kind of prison deck. So what can I chord for on 2? Nothing useful yet. Shatter their food? Shoot. Yeah, probably should have. Mastermind's Acquisition. I don't know. I feel like we have to lose is what we have to do now. I gotta see what's up with this. I mean, this is... Okay, now I can chord for a 3-drop? So I should have just played the Knight last turn so I could have chorded for the 4-drop this turn. I guess I could get Eidolon of Rhetoric if I need to. If I need to smack the emergency escape.
Compadres,
Inquisition.
it is imperative that we
Thanks for the
crush the
follow,
Freedom
Nile
Fighters
Bite.
before the start of the rainy season. And remember, a shiny new donkey for whoever brings me the head of Colonel Montoya.
Too spicy. Yeah, we're in the spice bracket. Although my opponent's actually been doing pretty well with their league, so I mean... This deck needs a Fibblethip the Lost for exact situations like this. I could get a Rallier on 3, but there's nothing in my graveyard. I guess I could get another land. More mana is probably not a problem. Can't quite get an Omnath, can't quite get a Prime Speaker. God, so awkward. I guess I get Bounding Krasis and just starting putting a hurt on them. Wall of Blossoms says draw a card. Do I really want to draw a card into this Inquisition? I guess I do. Yeah, because if I draw one of my like Kiki or Vannifar or Saheeli, I'll be pretty happy. I got you. Well, they can take it. I also might get to keep the Knight of Autumn. I'm just gonna look at what I can actually get in terms of like this, like what's in front of me. If I take Eidolon of Rhetoric, they won't be able to play any more spells this turn. They seem to have a lot of low CMC spells. I'm going to grab the Eidolon, just as a guess. You like the beat plan? Yeah, it was probably better. I mean, Eidolon's a 2/4. It's not nothing. Get him. Bonk. Sorry, 2/5. It's huge. Got that tick booty. Chunk. That's right. Whoa! 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 They masterminds acquisition for Torpor Orb. That's something. Guess I should have put the 3/3 into play. Absolutely massive Eidolon. They got a Lantern of Insight. I draw a Renegade Rallier. Got a cat on the top. Now they've got the Inventor's Fair online. Now they got a Ghoul Colors Bell, so they can mess with the top of my library. Okay, okay. Felidar Guardian doesn't get to trigger here, though. This is so... What a tilt. Now they're going to trophy my Rallier. Trophy's my Eidolon. Okay. Yeah, I'll search. Woodland Bellower on top. Boom. Of course, they're going to Ghoul Color Bell it, but still. Attack for 4. So they don't currently have enough mana to use the Goose and the Inventor's Fair to outrace this, although they will once they... Yeah, this is not looking good for me. Can we beat that? Can we beat what? Uh-oh, Codex Shredder. The lock thickens. Bridge. That we cannot beat, I don't think, in the main deck. No, I had a Skyclave. Yeah, we're just done here. I'm okay with that. We did not combo quickly enough. They hit us with multiple Inquisitions, and then they had the ridiculous call, Masterminds acquisition for Torpor Orb, but it worked. That totally worked. I mean, I'm not even mad. I'm really not. So Teferi is a very good sideboard here. Teeg is also probably fine. Moon is probably fine. I think that's it. I want to keep the Eidolon, Skyclave. I think we just take out the sort of mid-rangey stuff. Revoker X Needle for mill effects. I don't think I want to do that way. Convince me that that's worth doing, because I don't think their prison is that flimsy. Oh yeah, Rex Sage I meant to have. Yeah. Ant said, don't do this to him, he's raided you before. Who's Ant? Is Ant angled Lufa? Because I don't... Maybe they have. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure they're a good person. I'm gonna... I'm gonna play Magic against my opponent who's playing Magic against me. They just beat me in game 1. What am I not doing to them? Wait, never mind. Okay. I remember most of the people who have rated me. I don't think Angled Lufa has rated me. Eidolon isn't impressive here. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Ooh, that card definitely is, though. So I'll take out 1 Chord. Kind of want Chord with the Gaddock Teeg and the Magus here, though. No. I did play that game badly in my sequencing. I could have done better. Blowing up their food with my knight was probably worth doing, or putting it in as a 4/3. I just held on to it because I was worried about a bridge coming down and I wanted to have it then, but their sequencing didn't let me do that, and they managed to get the Torpor Orb down first. His hand is extremely sketchy. Playing 22 lands, right? We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. Or we'll lose and die. Either way. Listen, we're either gonna lose this game or die trying. I was like, I get screwed either way with this hand. The biggest problem is the shame I feel right now. Now my opponent knows how bad the hand I kept was. They took my Magus. Rough. On the plus side, not so rough. This is kind of cute. This is ramp racing. It's not bad. So we're set up for a turn 4 here, assuming that we don't get Pithing Needle or something similar. Although I have the Skyclave as an out, so we could play the Speaker and then the Skyclave. So they have to have Pithing Needle and Torpor Orb. Or just more discard. Shredder, sure. The Codex Shredder. I love you, little Codex Shredder. All right. Get him, Keymaster. I am the Keymaster. Are you the gatekeeper? Alright. Prime Speaker. Prime Speaker. No. Prime Speaker. Prime Speaker. Cling. Wow, they're going nuts. They're just doing stuff over there, aren't they? Milieu, Cling to Dust, more cantrip. Probably digging for trophy. Digging for trophy, digging for Torpor Orb. Lots of stuff. Not Abrupt Decay. so much. Yeah, we could combo through Abrupt Decay if they want to. That's fine. Depending on how they try to get me with it, if they screw up their timing, we'd be fine. I don't think that they would, but maybe. Okay, so do they know I have Skyclave? I feel like they know I have the Skyclave. I'm gonna shock this land. I'm pretty sure they're aware of the Skyclave. Slave to the clave, baby. Trophy. Yep. Such a tilt. Okay. Alright, let's hope their remaining 3 cards aren't that good. I guess I have a bird with 2 hierarchs, so bridge doesn't beat me very quickly. Lantern, sure. Omnath on top. I don't think I'm gonna keep that one somehow. Call me crazy. I don't think I'm gonna be drawing that Omnath. Inventors is fair, and a second lantern. Just lantern things, baby. Interesting. Can't believe you're not the lantern player. I know. We're playing a match in which someone has decided to register lantern control and the person is not me. Send help. Okay, if they let me draw this cat, that is definitely suspect. I do not think that they will. No kidding. Groove. Please, sir, may I draw land? Alright. I don't know, whatever. Play it. So we're cracking them for 6 next turn? They're at 12, so they're on a... Jeez. Trophy on top. Yikes. Wait, they just drew the trophy because they codex themselves. Shit! Gosh darn it. And there's a spell skite. What in the hell? Gee, I wonder if I'll get to draw this Kiki-Jiki. Gee, I wonder if I'll get to draw this Saheeli Rai. Alright. They can't play... Oh, did they mill their trophy? No. They wouldn't have done that. No, that was the trophy from before. So they have a trophy in their hand right now. It didn't go to overtime, Alex? They have 0 cards in... Oh, you're right. Where did that trophy go? They've trophied me once, and then they... Did they Ancient Stirrings past the trophy, I guess? Maybe that's what happened. They're milling me during their upkeep. What? I do not understand what's happening, but okay. And then they milled themselves. Now they have a bridge on top. Bridge is problematic because they now have a spell skite. Shoot. They have to use a lantern on this. Bird flies for lethal. Oh, yeah, because if they just take it this turn... If they take 6 this turn... Yeah. Then they're at 2, and then the bird goes in for lethal. Yeah. So they have the jump block with the Spellskite. Well, they should. What? What did I miss? Oh, Cling to Dust. They had a Cling to Dust in their graveyard. Of course they did. It doesn't light up for me. It only lights up for them. So of course I wouldn't know about it. Okay, well, we can still get there at this rate. We are still racing. Yeah. They're on a 5-turn clock. Although they can put more cards in their graveyard to cling again. So, not 100% sure what the actual math is going to end up at, but... Yeah, I have 2 Exalted triggers. But they're gaining 1 life per turn cycle. So their net loss is 1 per turn. I just get to get ahead of them when they get to 2. So they're going to go to 3, then 4, then 2, then 3, then 1, then 2, and then dead. So maybe it was a 4-turn clock from when I said it, but as I said, I'm not just doing quick maths. Just the quickest of maths. Not like full maths. Flicker land to make 3 land drops. Yeah, that's why I'm holding a land, Mike. Because if I can, I will kill them with Omnath trigger. So, for example, if they let me put this fetch land in my hand, we play 1 fetch land, play the second fetch land. So I could play this one, actually. Play 1 fetch land, play the second fetch land, and then go fetch, play a 3rd land out of my hand, and Omnath trigger to kill them. So they have to watch out for that line, too. Which makes it very difficult for them to Shredder me properly. But they do have the Cling to Dust live again, and there is a creature. There's 3-4 creatures in my graveyard for them to get. So we're not out of the woods yet. Actually, this is Exile 5. It is Exile 5. It's not quite live, but they've got 2 Codex Shredders. They can get it when they want to. They did mill the fetch off the top of my deck. I'm trying, Gabe Sprout. I'm trying. Sorcerer Spyglass. They can Spyglass my fetch. I wonder if they will. I wonder if they'll see it. Well, they gotta mill the Prime Speaker. They milled the Spyglass off their own deck? Okay, so I don't think that they see the fact that they might die to the fetch land play. I think they milled the other fetch land basically by accident. And it's possible not, but... Second bridge. Not a problem. They have to play Cling this turn cycle. So depending on what's in their hand, they might not be able to... Okay. So I wasn't tracking every single card they draw. Okay, opponent, I want to draw this, but you... They milled the second bridge. That's greedy. They mill the Inquisition. They're going to keep the Codex Shredder. Yeah, no problem. Man, this many Codex Shredders just means they're going to get to Cling forever, though. I haven't seen Cling in these decks before, but, like, that's some good technology. And I say those words assuming that I have played one of these decks with Cling. But, like, I don't think I once got the chance to maneuver into this position because I just, like, played against Burn, like, 3 times. It died. Yeah. My poor little combo deck over here can't handle this level of life gain. Yeah. Hopefully they let me draw a fetch land at some point by accident and they don't realize they're going to go down. Well, you don't have to miss Lantern. You could be playing it right now. Don't miss Lantern. Play Lantern. Sax Inventors Fair. What are they getting? Torpor Orb. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. That's fine. That doesn't derail my plan. Although that does make it a lot easier for them to pick and choose what I'm milling. Gosh darn it. I really needed, though, like the one fetch land that they didn't let me have. So frustrating. Money? Oh, dude. Renting Lantern Control is probably like $10 a month on most of the rental services. It's a pretty cheap deck. Goose. Fuck! That's too much life gain! I can't deal with this amount of life gain. I already told you that, opponent. Yeah, we're done. Alright, I'm just done. They did a good job. Well done, them. We just didn't have a quick enough combo kill, ever. They had Inquisition and Assassin's Trophy and etc. This is just the exact kind of deck that will wreck us up. Discard and removal. Managed to beat up Blue-Red Prowess, so that was good. We're at 2-2 though. This deck is going way better than I thought it was going to after that horrible massacre against Black-Red. But it's not surprising that we beat the 2 non-discard decks and we lost to the 2 discard decks that were full of interaction and like lock pieces. It's fun to watch birds attack through ensnaring bridges. You didn't live through the prison times, did you? That was super common. Noble Hierarchs and Birds of Paradise were like the tech. Lots of Lantern players died when they couldn't remove a Noble Hierarch or a bird. Sand is pretty slow. Yeah, you played Pyrite Spellbomb, but like, so, but the trick was just that you had so many major threats to deal with against most modern decks that it wasn't like you had resources to spare. Like you had to put all your effort into locking down most of their game plan, and then right at the end, you'd realize that you hadn't dealt with this Noble Hierarch. You dealt with like 5, 6 other angles they could kill you on, but not the Noble Hierarch, and then it just start chipping away at you, and you're like, okay, well, I'm drawing 1 card per turn. I sure hope I draw a Pirate Spellbomb or a Whir of Invention. This is the reason I kept this hand. Because we knew the Saheeli was going to be right there on top where we needed it. What is up, Horny Vegan? You bridge out spirits. Yeah, that happened to me more. Actually, I had a game where against he was the leaderboard point champion, that Liam Kane, whoever. I was playing Lantern against him. No, I was playing Thopter Sword against him, but it had the 3 or 4 ensnaring bridges, and I actually got killed by Mausoleum Wanderer as a 1/1. Because at one point I cracked a bauble because he didn't concede after multiple turns. So I was like, oh, he must have an out. Like I have to do something. And so I cracked a bauble to start digging for answers, and I drew 2 lands and I couldn't play them, so I died. Which was like, you know, just amateur hour punt. They did not have a counter, or they're afraid to counter the Omnath because they know I'm on cat combo. I see. I don't think I want to back up Saheeli. Or they just have a path in their hand and they're going to path my Omnath, which is the reason I've been aggressively shocking and not fetching basics, because this deck only runs 2 basics. So yeah, I don't want to get... I don't want their paths to start being free so quickly. Well, this is frustrating. That one's not. All right. Although I guess if they path me now, I'm going to choose not to search. Crap, they're going to let me slide my Saheeli. Oh no, good. They have a counter. Good. Now don't have a Cryptic this turn. Please do not have the perfect curve of interaction, because... Oh, I could have attacked them for 1 there. That's fine. It'll be fine. We're going to be fine. We're probably not fine. Alright, what do you got? Nothing. Boo! Stop it! Stop having a perfect curve of interaction. Super frustrating. I cannot beat Mana Leak. But what are you gonna do? Close. No cigar. I think we maybe flooded it a little. Just poquito. Control nearly always had the perfect curve. Except when they stumble on lands that just die, right? Like that. Why would you... It's just so rude. I hadn't activated that Saheeli because if you countered my thing, I wanted to fetch first and then scry. But if you didn't, like... I can't believe they didn't go draw a card. I'm upset. I'm upset at their perfect curve and their lack of greed. Sad reacts only, exactly. Oh, great. Awesome. And now we basically can guarantee they have Force Negation in their hand. But if they don't, we might sack them here. We actually have a lot of live draws because we've got 4 copies of Vannifar too. I was supposed to fetch some. Jeez! Or we could just keep flooding. That's also okay. I like to pay 2 life. No. Saheeli. Force negation. Do it. Do it or you could die. Good. Oh, they fate sealed. That's incredibly rude. Be back in a half a second. I'm just gonna fill up my water. We'll leave them with their brainstorm. Gross, they also played Teferi, huh? Alright. We are definitely mostly dead here. Do not even know what the best draw in our deck is. It's not that. Cool. Alrighty. That was tough. That was tough. So this is a matchup where I could conceive of having the Pithing Needles for their Planeswalkers. Good night, Alex. Have yourself... Oh, Destiny Spinner. What a strange card to have in here as a one of. I guess it makes sense. All right, let's do it. I'm sure playing with one Kiki is risky on a level that I shouldn't be doing, but I choose to be okay with that. I chose to believe what I am programmed to believe. Once again, this is a reasonable hand that will be really crappy if I don't top deck a land. There we go. Okie dokie. Actually, Eldritch Evolution, not so good against the Force Negation decks. Just by and large, we don't have Veil of Summer to blow them out on it, so it's definitely no bueno. Ha. God, why am I so tired? All right, because I stayed up until 3 a.m. playing more Leagues of Enigmatic. Because I make bad choices. That's all right. I meant to get a non-basic. I meant to get a non-basic that tapped for white or blue or red. I do not have... Okay. Hey, look, opponent, my stuff's uncounterable. Do you like that? Oh, we got the reading pause. I love the reading pause. Wait, what the hell? What's the gag? Ah, I did, but should have fetched. Ah, I'm so sloppy tonight. Like, even more so than usual. It's not good. Don't like it. It's okay. We didn't draw anything where we needed it. Never punished, apparently. Get in there, Destiny Spinner. Whack 'em. Bonk. Man, drawing a land would have been really reasonable. If they have Teferi 3 here, it is going to suck out loud. Okay. Missed the fetch once, shame on me. Missed the fetch. I am so annoyed. I guess they tap down a chunk, so maybe this works out for us. But I really, really need to top deck up. Hey, Mr. Maple Syrup. Things have been going better. Things have gone better than this. This is not the best things have gone. I've had leagues go a lot worse than this, though. I guess I can admit that much. Jace me, baby. Oh, no, it's the other one. Of course. Of course. Yep. No. I would like to draw a fetch land now. Jeez Louise. I don't... The flood games? The non-flood games. The flood games? The non-flood games. It's okay. We had some sick draws against Dredge and the blue-red prowess deck that made it all worthwhile. We're just gonna get Cryptic like one time here, or like if they play Teferi 5. They didn't play Teferi 5. I'm shocked. I truly... They have Shark Typhoon, you think? What's the worst thing that could happen to me here? I think it's Shark Typhoon. Basically anything that keeps this Teferi in play, I'm pretty unhappy about. Oh yeah, that. That's totally reasonable, of course. All right, we're good. We're good. So 2-3 with this deck. I think it's entirely possible that this deck ended up in that deck dump as an artifact of the previous format, the Valky Cascade format. But it is the classic kind of modern deck that's like all in combo in game one with like a very small, kind of interesting toolbox selection of cards that we can pull out and then hopefully hose certain archetypes with. I mean, these ones in particular, I don't think they ever came up. Oh, and there's also a Knight of Autumn. But they could have, so. They didn't, but they could have, and would have been good. The Saheeli combo is as fast as it's ever been. The Saheeli Vannifar combo is pretty neat. And having access to Eldritch Evolution in your Saheeli combo deck seems really good. The Chord of Callings were terrible, like every time I drew them. They're just so mana intensive, so I feel like I want more Eldritch Evolutions in this deck, but that was fun for a one-time thing, but I don't think I'd ever play that deck again. The deck that I'm slightly more excited about is going to be the next one we play, which is 80 card Kiki Chord. This one has all the tricks. One copy of Kiki and an otherwise pretty crazy looking mid-range plan. No copies of Renegade Rallier, unfortunately. But the full 4 Eldritch Evolution, etc., etc. We got some Lightning Bolts, we got some Ephemerates, so there could be some really cool stuff that happens. 4 Wall of Omens and 4 Wall of Blossoms, so this one's going to be very well insulated against some of the aggressive decks in the format. So,
Meanwhile,
hanging out live, stick around, and if you're watching this in the future on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out the next video. And then for everyone live, just strap yourself in while I get the decks changed over and everything.
Yo, I'm hopping all around, I'm a pink bird. I'm walking all around, better drink some Wawa. I'm just flamingo, I'm coming on your shoreline. Here I go, I'm gonna peacefully drink. Yo, I'm slowly creeping up to your front yard. Nothing threatening here, I'm just a flamingo. I'm a flamingo and I'm coming up to you. Oh, is that your child? I'ma rip out his motherfucking eyeballs.